Hey friends, welcome to DadBod. It's Joe. Today it's around, I don't know, 47 degrees in Tokyo, Fahrenheit, about 8 degrees C, and it's 5:47 in the morning, so we're going to go for a recovery walk, or a run, so let's get to work. Let's see, turn that on, start my workout, pop that in my pocket, get you on my head. It's going to be dark today, friends. Oh, I got so much on my mind today. Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all don't even know. I'm sore, tired, definitely underslept. It's a great opportunity. What? It's a great opportunity to get out here for a little jog, clear my head out. Ugh. Ugh. Pop my glove on. That jingle jangle's gonna bug me. It's about 5:50 or so. Cool. Wrap up. About 6:20. I was in a good spot. The kids' breakfast. And I was up pretty late today. Yesterday. Had some late night US meetings. Had some late meetings. Worked really hard. So my brain was running. Yo, what's up, Mac? We're out on a run in Tokyo. Who knows, maybe you'll see something cool. So hopefully, what you doing? Well, today we got a 2-mile recovery run. It's a little cold, a little wet. We're not in snow territory yet, but that'll come. Tokyo typically has a more temperate or mild winter, so we'll see. But I was saying I was up till like maybe midnight working a problem with some folks online, as well as cranking out grad school. And I woke up at 4:30 because I'm trained. Did a little bit of prep. And then had a nice Zoom call. Whew. Which was challenging. Very challenging call. Struggled with contextualization. Contextualization just means taking your perspective and your problem set and translating it into somebody else's world. And the reality is, like, contextualization is a huge, huge issue, because one of the barriers for it are just biases. Like, people have different biases against one another, and wisdom. Right? Like, people's perspectives are true, people's perspectives are not true. And that's like the messy part. So I was connecting with an old mentor. I was like, hey, this is who I think I am and what I want to do. And he's like, I don't think you are who you are, or who you think you are. He's like, I don't see it. And it's helpful to just know where like an elevator pitch can fall short with some people. But it only has to fall on listening ears once. But it's also important to listen to that feedback yourself and do something with it. And what I appreciate about this mentor, he's always been honest. Doesn't mean I agree, but I've always gotten honesty out of him. And that's the most important thing, because I could work with honest. It's when people aren't straight with you that there's nothing you can do in those spaces. So we shall see. We shall see indeed. How you doing mentally? I'm unraveling. No, the meeting just happened, so there's a lot that's fresh, basically, to provide some extra context. Whew. I've been out in Japan for about 2 years, originally from Chicagoland area. And I just got told, hey, your job in Japan's over. Go find a new job. And it's leading to this existential crisis of, who am I? What do I care about? What do I want? What does the business need? Where do I fit? YouTube. You know, so it's just really good questions, because I've always been an 8-ball, the odd one on the pool table. And it's great when you worked for someone for 5 years. You show them what you made and how you've developed, and you're like, so if I were to come to Cincinnati right now, where would you put me on your team? What do you see? And they're like, you don't fit. I don't need you. And it's like, oh, but it's just a recognition. Different groups need different things. So I'm trying to figure out, well, how do I move into something new? What do I do next? You're trying to be a YouTuber. Well, that's fantastic. Mac, how's that going for you? What kind of content you make? And how do you want people to feel when they see what you make? What's your editing workflow? How do you come up with new ideas? I want to know, what do you think of Dragon Ball Z? It's a great question. I think it's over 9,000. No, actually, my brother grew up watching a lot of it. That was his foundation. He was older than me. So my exposure to anime was really in Pokemon, like the original series. So that one hits home with me more. One second. I always try not to talk too loudly around other Japanese people. Just give them the space and respect they deserve on a dark, wet, rainy morning. Shorts, not that good, but it's okay. Well, not that good. I mean, what kind of shorts do you make? Shorts are a great place to start. It's a lot more efficient to get short form content out there than long form. from a workflow perspective. That said, like, if you're trying to make a living, that's a long road. I think with shorts you need 10 million views within a 90-day block to actually get monetized. But keep on it, you never know what can happen. It just takes time and persistence. I've been doing content for 3 years. Whew, I'm gonna walk for a minute. My pace is in a rush, just like my life. Let's do a short one. We're gonna walk out to the water, think and process a little bit, catch a sunrise, catch a ride. Yeah, short form content's a good way to go with YouTube, especially because you can repurpose everything to TikTok. Like, if you're gonna put in the work, make sure you post it everywhere. And the other thing is, you really have to know who you are in these digital spaces really before you create. The reason I say that, like, roll angle, all these digital spaces will tell you who you are, and if it doesn't match, it's not gonna be a good time for you. So, like, you can't create purely driven by what people think about you. It really has to flow from who you are. And you gotta make it count. Alright, this is gonna be wet and slippery. I just rolled my ankle, so I want to see if I can get out to that pier. Think for a little bit. Hopefully not fall down all this because it's wet rocks. Pew. Well, halfway down, so now if I fell it wouldn't be too bad. I'd surely live. It's probably gonna be a little mushy. Hopefully I got my rock to jump across. So friends, if you're new here, welcome to the frenzy of my world. So I learned how to raise 3 kids in Japan. Been out here for a while now, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. It is dark. That seems like a pretty substantial step there. Just because that farther rock looks a little wet. All the rocks are wet. Jumping on the rock wets, never really safe. Here, watch what we can do here. I'm just gonna throw all this stuff in the water and see if that helps. Nope. Maybe. At least it gives me something to step off of, maybe. Hey! Now the first rock steps right there. Let me see what this is all about. Is this solid? Hey, that's pretty solid. I'm like, do I commit to that piece of wood I just put out there? Ah, nice! Nailed it! Alright. So friends, if any of you are new here to these lives, on Wednesdays I do my recovery runs, and today I'm in a hurry with everything in my life. I'm a decade into my career and I'm freaking out. I'm being told I gotta move back to the US. Got a lot of little pieces to figure out. But we got time. Oh, did they really block my lookout? Big time bummer here. Oh, they dammed it and everything. Wow. This used to be a really nice spot. Now they're building an overpass, so they ruined my wet prayer reflection spot. Now, it's Japan and people follow the rules, so there's probably not a camera, you know, checking if I hop this fence and climb up and go walk along the post and sit out there in the water. But being that I don't have any desire to do anything illegal, I'm just gonna come walk over here and stay on the side of the fence, because it clearly means don't pass. So just come out to the water over here. Let's see. Very nice. Very nice spot. I like your little emojis, Mac. Also, I love the Shaggy. I didn't see the Shaggy logo. Throwback, man. I used to watch a lot of Scooby-Doo. It's darn meddling kids, right? So, Mac, as you may be the only person here, plus mystery person number 2. What I normally do on Wednesdays, I do a recovery run. Normally go a little farther, but today I just got a lot. It's like I'm talking to you directly. You are. Is that great? You can ask me anything. Ask me about work, Japan, parenting, content creation, interfaith dialogue, because I study a lot of that. College, because I'm in that. I'm in grad school, engineering, robotics. You got plenty of things to talk with me about. You got all the topics. But what I'm doing right now, normally on my Wednesdays, I try to come out and get some stillness. I live in a city, it's loud. I run across Zoom to Zoom, right? Got a lot going on. And for me, running is, I'm a big guy, I'm like 300 pounds. It doesn't come easy. But what I appreciate about it is it forces me to kind of get outside of the emails, the calls, even family commitments, and just kind of recenter. And coming from a faith context, like pray and process. So what I like to guide our community through, because people come from a wide range of faiths and lack thereof, is just 5 minutes of quiet and reflection as opposed to noise, which is what most content creation and live stream experiences are. So it's 6:05 my time. I don't know what time it is for you, Mac, but I'm gonna give us 5 minutes of quiet all the way until 6:11 now. And I'm just gonna process through the meeting I just had, some of the other stuff on my mind, and then we'll chat on the way back. So enjoy some river sounds. And if anyone else new comes by and they're like, why are we quietly looking at a dark river? You can provide them with context. All right, let's go. Enjoy. Alright, friends. That's pretty good. Mac, I like little emojis, those are cute. You had to leave. Read your previous comment, please. Literally! Which one? It's like I'm talking to you directly. I know. It was great. Thanks for being here. Whew. A little sore. So, some things I'm noticing about this workout. And my body. I'm sore. I'm not running with great form. But today's not about perfection. It's about recovery. So I'm gonna try to throttle my pace down on the way back. I even walk a little bit. And try to enjoy the process. Try to slow down. Because my mind's racing. If I'm running with a racing mind, I'm gonna burn my body out. I think Captain Sace one. What's the Captain Sace one? Yeah, this is my little spot. It used to be those rocks, then they built all of this. And now they're building a river. It's crazy. It's crazy the things they can build. I got exercise too. Oh, you exercised? Nice. What are you working out today, friend? You running? You lifting? Playing some sports? It's a long stretch. First step is how steady. Not super steady. I kind of need to commit, but it's wet. Yeah. I feel accomplished. Another day. Another day without wet shoes. That is always the goal on any run. Dry shoes. What are we gonna do today? Well, nobody asked. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is my day plan. I'm gonna walk. Try to focus. Good form. I'm gonna hit a couple deadlifts really quick once I find a nice level spot. I appreciate this sunrise, or the precipice of it. It's a big word, but it just means to start. That's one. Doing deadlifts. Two. Deadlifts for me help me get my glutes, my back, everything kind of in the right posture and position. I can squeeze my butt, squeeze my abs, just as small as they are, and walk or run with some good form. 14. What do you think about Captain Sauce Wrestling? I have no idea what that is. Never heard of that, buddy. Sounds fun though. Captain Sauce Wrestling. Is that like WWE? Is it a show? Like a cartoon? Alright, alright. Now today is a big day for me. I gotta get back. Gotta make myself and the kiddos breakfast. Maybe stretch a little bit. Take a shower and a bath. Whew. I think I said get the kids to school. Feed them breakfast, get them to school. I have to power study for an exam, make a cheat sheet. Take a 2-hour timed essay exam. Then throw on a suit, hop on a train, go to work, have a team lunch with some US R&D folk. Connect with them for a while, come back, cook dinner for the kids, have another US evening meeting, write a final paper, go to bed, and start the adventure over again tomorrow. No, just Captain Sauce is the YouTuber. And I'm wrestling. Oh, that does wrestling? Okay. No, I've never seen that YouTuber. Sounds like a cool person. It's always interesting, like we live in these miniature digital worlds. Like what I mean by that is the way that you interact with short form content or videos you do or don't click on. It puts people in tracks, and they'll be on tracks to see one created versus another, and they'll either follow that creator for life and engage all their stuff and become a super fan, you know, an active member of their community, things like that, or, you know, based on how the algorithm shuffles them along with a broom and pushes them over to the next room, they'll find another circle. But what's interesting is the way that people are organically exposed to different creators and live streamers. Like, it creates this false perception that we're all seeing the same thing. I mean, the news does a great job at this as well, especially in different digital formats like Facebook and stuff, polarizing everyone to think that everyone has the same worldview, the same perspectives, when really, like, we get filtered and funneled pretty aggressively by algorithms. Is that neat? I think it's neat. So no, I know nothing about Captain Sauce. Yeah, I know very little about Captain Sauce. Never heard the name or seen them in my life, but it could be worth a look. Just like my wife was talking to me earlier. What time tomorrow? For the workout? About the same time, probably a little earlier, I think. I don't have any US facing meetings tomorrow, so we should be in good shape. Alright. So that's nice. I'll go. But yeah, I normally work out around the same time. Not always the same time, around the same time. And then I don't work out on Sundays. Sometimes I'll play VR for fun. But normally my routine is Monday, Wednesday, Friday I run. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday I lift. But all those dates are on Japan time. So if you're in the US, then just work a day later on the evening. So for instance, my Monday run, which would be Japanese morning on Monday, would be Sunday night for you. Unless that might seem like a day early. It's actually a day late. Because it takes you longer to reach your next day than me. I live perpetually 14 to 17 hours in the future. And the future's great. What time did you start? About 5:50 in the morning today. I woke up at 4:30. Had a work meeting at 5 till 5:30. And I was like, you know what? I can get my shoes on. I can get out there and do something good for my body. I was like, I got some demons to fight in my mind. I might as well go out and get moving a little bit so I can make good decisions. So that's what led us here. But no, this is my path. I mean, I run the same path 3 times a week. different distances, different styles. And then I run along that river as well, much farther usually. So I normally, on my Mondays, I do long runs. So on the long run days, I'm either doing 5, 6, 7, or 8 miles, which takes about 1 to 2 hours. In kilometers, that would be between 10 and 15K, I think. Roughly, does that seem right? 8, 9, yeah, just about, maybe like 8 to 14K. Seems like the right spread. So I do that. And then on Wednesdays, which is today's my recovery run, which is great. Today I turned it into a recovery run walk because the run out to the water, I was definitely in a hurry with bad form because my brain is in a hurry with bad form. And I need to clarify my brain. So I'm walking back to kind of reflect and put all the pieces together and aggressively learn things, work with the world as it is, not how I want it to be. You know, that whole reality thing. Sorry, but what number? What number? What number? What number? It's too vague. Let's see, let's think about this. What number? Like the day of the week number? Day 1, day 2, day 3? Or the time of day? Can you watch YouTube? Yeah, I've seen YouTube. YouTube's great. It's legal in my country, which is great. And then I make content on this platform, as well as do live streams like this. Trying to get my posture right. Stairs of Doom, here we go. They do look nice in the morning though. I'm glad they're lit. Wet, leafy stairs, beautiful. Trip hazard, beautiful. Change of seasons is always great. Gives us a lot to reflect on. Push. I'm sore still from Monday. We did 6 miles on Monday. And that's really the goal, is to get out here on my body, move it around functionally. We got a new person, that's excited. Hello, new person. Welcome to Japan. In all its wonder. We have walls. We have leaves. We have roads. Just like the rest of the world. And we're on a little workout. What number of time? Okay, well, if I'm running 5 miles, here, you could do a simple math question. On Mondays, Joe runs 5 miles. On average, his pace is between 13-minute miles and 16-minute miles. How long does it take Joe to run 5 miles? And you can calculate like the average, the minimum, the maximum. But on average, if I was running 5 miles, it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to run and live stream. If I'm doing 8 miles, which is kind of my training max, if I'm not training for a half marathon, 8 miles takes me about 2 hours. And then when I'm doing my strength and conditions work, if I do a full 3 sets with a warm-up, it normally takes me an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how much I complain. And then it normally takes me 15 minutes to set up for the live stream. So I normally live stream while I'm setting my mat up and my weights up and stuff like that. They left. Oh yeah, Mac, it's totally normal. I don't, like, sometimes I glance at viewer count, but people come and go so frequently. If there's individuals actually engaging chat, I talk to them. If they leave without saying goodbye, I assume they left when I talk and they don't respond. It's normal. I don't know if you've made enough videos to do live streaming yet, but it's fun. It's very challenging at times because you never know who's in the room, what they're seeing, what they think. So it's like performing a mirror, yeah, but it's a two-way mirror, so you only see yourself and what you say and what you think, and then there's these people behind the mirror that get to look in on your life, but you can't see them, but maybe you could see their chat, so you can start to shape a perspective of who they are, how old they are, what they're interested in, what they want to be when they grow up, if they have good or malice intentions, because there's also like trolls and things like that. Or we do family friendly content sometimes, so we have had run-ins with like the child predator type. So you gotta be careful on the internet. People aren't naturally who they say they are sometimes. There's perks to that, but as a parent, always on the lookout. Nope. Yeah, in time you might get access to live streaming if you keep developing content. And everyone wants to do different things, right? Some people are only passionate about live streaming and community engagement. Twitch is a good place for them. That's where I started. Twitch is a hard place to grow because it's not really discoverable, or you're discoverable one person at a time over years. So it's kind of a long haul. You busy today at 7:50? Yes. Yes, I am busy at that time. If it's AM, I'll be shuttling my children to their school experience. If it's PM, I'll be preparing for my evening team meeting. So we shall see. You saw a thing that goes like, hey girl. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You're doing 720. Scale of 1 to America. One to America doesn't even make any sense. So what kind of scale is that? And what would a 10 out of 10 America be? Is that a good American, or like the really toxic, over nationalistic, bigoted American? Like, yeah, riding on an eagle with like explosions in the background, toting guns and stuff. Like, what is America? It's a whole nother question. Dude, I'm always busy, Mac. I always got something going on. It's fun. But I like going live because I can bring people into the busyness of my life, connect with them in a way that's natural and helpful. Yeah, and then go from there. So it's something I really enjoy, are these little moments, chatting with new people and familiar people, helping them along in their life and fitness journey. That's kind of why I'm out here. Little by little, all right? You don't have to figure out your whole life in one go. It unfolds little by little, like a beautiful tapestry or scroll, until it gets old and crinkled up and you die. And that's the end. That is life in one beautiful image. You figure out what you want to be and who you are, what you want to accomplish, how you want to provide value. Some people argue what kind of legacy you want to leave, if that legacy would or wouldn't be remembered, and then you die. And that is life. Gozaimasu. That's the rub, right? And people come from different spiritual or faith contexts. You know, there's debates on what the after is or is not. Everyone has their own diverse perspectives in that space. Wow. Yep. Just to give you a little bit to think about, buddy. I mean, I'm 31, raising a herd of 3 kids, trying to be a global leader at a medtech company, content creator, live streamer, and friend. But I'm gonna die too. So what's it worth? That's the big question, right? And everyone has a different answer. All right, friend, thanks for hanging out. See you.